Hey guys, welcome back to another video with Drakkalan. This is a video on Kingdom of Heroes Tactics War. We're just going to do a quick video today. I've been kind of busy this weekend, my kid's been sick, and I've had a lot going on. But I wanted to make sure I at least put something out there. We'll probably do some Guild War arena videos later, and then I'm going to start doing some hero highlights. So hopefully your guys' accounts are going pretty well. I've hit level 25. If we look at the battle progression I've made, we've beaten hard on everything. And the place I've chosen to level my units right now is level 1 Kent, and I do it under Conqueror. And I just fight 1-1 with Ifrit. The reason I chose this one is if you hit start battle, you'll see that a lot of the units are green. I haven't found anything else that's got 3 to 4 green units except for this level. And using Ifrit here, she's obviously got the elemental advantage over all but one of the heroes, so it just makes it a little bit faster. And I usually just toss in 3 level 1 heroes here and level them up to 2 stars, and then I use those 2 stars to level up the promotion monsters that we've already got. So let's go ahead and do some summons real quick, knock that out. So as you guys know, I like Esperanza, but I'm trying to save my crystals for other heroes. I really want a good solid green hero. I can't think of the guy's name, but I see him a lot in arena, so I'm hoping he comes up in one of the next few. But considering how far out these are, we got a couple weeks left before they get replaced, or a couple of days. I'm kind of leaning towards maybe trying to get her, but we're probably going to show a little bit of restraint. But we will go ahead and start rolling for these. Right here, I would be happy to get the L&D NAT 5, but even if we get this hero, it'd be good. Hopefully we don't get a Nifrit, even though the skill ups are nice. I've already been putting a bunch of my skill up professors into her. So we'll just go ahead and start knocking these summons out as we come across them. We have 6 of the spirit summons. Pretty sure we're going to have enough space. Yeah, a lot of these 3 stars, or I would say I've probably gotten every 3 star at this point. That's not an L&D 3 star. The only L&Ds we've got are the starter monsters, or the ones that come from just completing the Path of Progress, which we're still working on, by the way. We've gotten pretty deep into it, not as far as we need to be. Can't really say there's any 3-star skill ups I'm looking for. I've just kind of been putting them in as I get them. Oh, looks like we're getting a 4-star, maybe a 5. Let's see. Awesome. So again, as soon as you see that such a divine light, we're getting a NAT 5, and it's a new NAT 5 freed. So like I said, that's kind of what we were hoping for. Anything except Ifrit. So 1 out of 3. And we've still got a few summons left, so we'll keep going. Her skill 1, Ice Bolt, reduces speed. Attack enemies within a target area. Successful crit hits reduce the speed, so you want to put crit rate on her. Make sure she crits when she gets that S1 off, and that'll slow down everybody else for 2 turns. Ice Missile on skill 2 reduces defense, so that's a great skill 2. So we might go ahead and build her up for PvP. I know I got beat by one of these in PvP, but Ifrit against Ice, I assumed it was just the elemental advantage. So Ice Missile attacks enemies within a target area. Successful hits reduce the defense of enemies hit for 2 turns. If the enemy hit has an active speed debuff, so basically you want to hit them with S1, then hit them with S2. That way they can stack together. Every successful crit hit reduces the cooldown of Ice Missiles by 1 turn. The skill's damage increases when the target has less HP. And then her skill 3, Memorize, which is a 6-turn cooldown. Frit gains increased attack for 1 turn, crit rate for 1 turn, and mobility for 1 turn. So I guess when you start PvP, if you're not doing auto, you would just pop in, hit Memorize, hit skill 1, that way you're slowing everybody down with an AoE skill, and then jump into Ice Missile, and then rinse and repeat. And with that increased crit rate, I'm not sure what the percentage is on that. We'll look that up later. That means you're not going to have that high of crit rate to make her useful. Same thing with increased attack. So her 4th skill, High Speed Incantation. At the end of the turn, Frit recovers 14% of her action gauge for every active buff on herself. So with that, yeah, again, that just feeds into her own ability to skill up. So not a bad deal. Seems like she's going to be a pretty useful hero. Oh, actually, that was all 6-star spirit summons. We'll jump down to legendary. We got 3 of these scrolls. And here, I mean, like I said, we're not looking for anything too specific. Oh. So we're getting a NAT 4, hopefully a new one. Gilgamesh. I can't remember if we've already had Gilgamesh or not. I believe we do. Energy emission fires energy from bounded souls attacking the target enemy. This skill's damage increases when you have more HP. Skill 2, recover a small amount of HP at the start of every turn, expands the area in which you can move. And S3, Blessing of Immortality, sacrifices your soul to grant target ally with a shield for 40% of their max HP for 2 turns. And then his S4, Soul Absorption, when an enemy is killed, Gilgamesh absorbs its soul, resetting Blessing of I can't talk today. Blessing of Immortality's cooldown. So he doesn't seem too bad, but I don't think I'm gonna plan on using him right now. Wow. Can't ask for better luck than this. First time getting her. I definitely don't have her yet. Sandalphon, or sure. Skill 1, Divine Wrath. Attacks enemies ahead within a target area. Successful hits have a 55% chance to reduce the attack of enemies hit for 1 turn. Skill 2, Judgment. Attacks the target enemy and knocks them back 1 tile. Successful hits have a 50% chance to stun the target for 1 turn. Successful stun reduces Blade of Wrath's cooldown by 1 turn. S3, Blade of Wrath. Throws down a spear to bring down lightning to attack enemies within the target area. Successful hits make the attack a guaranteed crit hit. Every enemy killed with this skill applies a stack of continuous recovery for 1 turn. So she seems like an extremely strong monster, our hero. Skill 4, Lacrimosa. If there is at least 1 ally alive with Sandalphon, she gains increased attack for 1 turn. If Sandalphon is the only one alive, she gains increased defense instead of attack at the end of the turn. So yeah, we're going to build her and definitely use her. Final summon. You know, I say I've been lucky, but I guess these are NAT 4, NAT 5 guarantees. Just now realizing that. Siegfried, Fighter, Fire type. Skill 1, Havoc. Becomes engulfed with Bloodlust and attacks a target enemy. Successful crit hits increase your attack for 2 turns, and Dragon Buster's cooldown is reduced by 1 turn. So definitely he's a fighter, so we'd put crit hit on him anyway. Skill 2, Balmung. Successful hits by Siegfried's sword. Has a 50% chance to block HP recovery enemies for 2 turns. S3, Dragon Buster. Attacks enemies in a line with a Dragon Strike with increased crit damage by 10%. This I like because of the Rift Dungeon. There's a spot where the heroes like to stack up right in the middle, and they can't come past. So if he comes into line 2, he could stand behind our primary hero, which would act as a tank and still deal damage to the back line. And then S4, Dragon Blood flowing through the Siegfried's veins helps with recovery. Siegfried recovers 10% of max HP at the start of the turn. So that's pretty nice. Got some pretty good heroes. Can't complain about any of those. See what other scrolls we've got. We've got 1 advanced water scroll. Oh, did we pull another Nat 5? Yes, we did. Awesome. Got Vivian, Water Priest. And so a lot of this stuff is definitely going to help us build out our mono teams for clearing dungeons. Alright, her S1 Frost Arrow fires a Frost Arrow at enemies within a target area. Successful hits have a 50% chance to increase the glancing rate of enemies for 1 turn. Skill 2, Hand of Freedom. You and surrounding allies gain debuff immunity for 1 turn and increase defense for 2 turns. Skill 3, Healing Hand. Recovers 35% of max HP of a target ally. If the target has continuous recovery, Healing Hand's cooldown is reduced by 2 turns. And then her final S4, Lake's Protection. At the start of the turn, Vivian removes 1 debuff from the ally with the lowest HP percent and grants them continuous recovery for 1 turn. So definitely a strong healer. Very versatile use. I've seen her used in PvP pretty successfully. And we've been needing these heroes too for Guild War. I've been running a bunch of NAT 3, NAT 4s for Guild War. Obviously, we're going to be able to stack up our teams a little bit with NAT 5s, give us a little bit of that advantage early on. See, so we've got 22 advanced scrolls. See if we can't find some more NAT 5s. And even these NAT 3s, several of the NAT 3s are going to be useful. It's just a matter of building them up to that point, and I've been trying to focus singly on the NAT 5s that I have for now. And Ifrit, like I said, in a lot of these games you want to focus on your farmer first just so you can build up as many heroes as fast as you can. Ifrit was the one I chose. I hope you guys have found some good AoE damage dealers. I'll probably make a video on some of the best farmers and best places to farm here in the next few days. So if you guys could, like, subscribe. If there's any content you would like to see specifically, leave it in the comments below. I read every comment. I try to leave a response as well. So far, we haven't had luck on these, but can't complain with the units we were able to pull earlier. And what I'm trying to do as well is I'm trying to keep one copy of every unit, including the NAT 3s. The NAT 1s and NAT 2s I'm not too concerned about. We can always buy more of those from the shop over time. And we have a, I don't know, 200 or 300 summon scrolls that we can use. That's why today, once I get done with the summoning, we are going to focus down on completing the Path of Progress and leveling up heroes so that we can 6-star the Ifrit next. Oh, here's some luck. Got us a NAT 4. I think we've already pulled her once, Redandi. We won't go over her skills. Definitely strong in the water pools today. Yeah, and we haven't gotten any L&D scrolls yet. I'm not really sure where to go to get those without paying money. As soon as I find out, you know, I'll throw that into a video as well. The best way to pull some L&Ds. So far, it seems like the Spirit Stones might be the best route to go. Definitely like a lot of this character art too. Alright, so yeah, normal scrolls, we're up to 301 of these. We'll be using those pretty quickly to fill out fodder to level everything up to 6-star. See what kind of pieces we have. Alright, we've got one legendary piece we can use. We were getting pretty close on the skill fairies. A lot of this is like daily quest completion rewards. We've been spending guild points on Lakshmi. We've already also spent guild points on the Proto Monster. That's a max level 4-star unit. And that's kind of where I recommend everybody else to put their points in. So let's go ahead and do this one. See if we get anything lucky again. Well, did it. Okay, so it just builds the piece, and then we have to go in and we summon the piece. 6 more summons, and we get a Divine Scroll, so that's pretty nice. How close are we to the Heroic? 10 more summons until we pull that. And like I was really sort of leaning towards this, but now we just need a really strong tree hero. So we're definitely waiting until we see the one that we want there. Alright, so final legendary scroll, guys. See if we get something really nice. And I've seen a lot of tier videos getting made by other streamers, so I may go ahead and make a tier video myself of how I would lay everything out. Another water wizard. So if you guys need some water heroes, I guess today's the day. Media. Skill 1, Freezing Arrow. Blast a chilled arrow to attack enemies within a target area. Successful hits reduce the action gauge of enemies by 10% if they have reduced mobility. Skill 2, Froststorm. Cast a Froststorm to attack enemies within a target area. This skill's damage increases when you have more remaining HP. Successful hits reduce the mobility of enemies hit for 1 turn if the action gauge of the enemy hit is below 50%. Cruel Witch. Media's base crit rate is increased by 15%. Successful crit hits reduce the action gauge of enemies hit by 10%. Media's Puppet. No one can resist Media's allurement. Media's attacks will always have an advantage over the target's element. Alright, so she's always got elemental advantage, and she's going to help you guys control the turn abilities and give your team more turns than the enemy team. So this is going to be very useful. We'll have to see how we can kind of build her into the team of the NAT 5s we built, or if it's viable to even put her in that team. But definitely wouldn't sleep on this one. Alright, so hope you guys liked that video. I know it's a little bit longer than 10 minutes, but if there's anything I can do to improve, let me know in the comments below. Have a good rest of the weekend.